I love baseball cards. Got 'em, need 'em, got 'em, need 'em, need 'em, need 'em, got 'em, got 'em, need 'em.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Pickups videos. I recently stopped by my card shop locally just to kind of snoop around. And if you guys recall, a little while back, I showed you the card shop pickups with the $10 boxes with the sets. And I kind of profiled those for you in one of the videos. So I will link that up here in the corner and at the end of this video if you want to check that out. So I went back in search of those boxes for the $10 boxes. Well, the unfortunate news was the $10 boxes were gone, but they had an alternative. And I'll share those with you in a second. They had basically 5,000, 4,000, 3,000 count boxes, you know, the 5-row, the 4-row, the 2-row, the 3-row, whatever, boxes with various prices. Well, I started rooting through them, and I would say they probably had 20 of these, you know, maybe 15, somewhere in there. And I started going through them, and I found 2 boxes that really piqued my interest. So I asked the clerk up at the counter, I said, if I buy a couple of these, will you knock a few bucks off? And then I told him that one of the sets that I bought last time was incomplete, and if you guys remember the 91 Fleer update, and he said, oh wow, I didn't know that. I said, you know, I'm not upset about it or anything, because I mean, you sold it to me for like less than $2, so it is kind of, you know, it is what it is. So I think he took a little pity on me because I brought that up, and that's what made this deal happen, I guess you would say. So I'm going to share with you what I found, and I'll tell you what I paid for these after I kind of show them off to you a little bit. So let me zoom out a little bit, because this is going to take up a lot of table space. Get the lens cap out of the way there also. Kind of swinging back and forth. Alright, so this first box is a 4-row box. And as you can see, there are 4 sets already in there. Now, I have more 1990 Topps traded sets than I can, you know, do anything with. I actually wound up getting these a little while back before I did my YouTube channel for like $1 a set. So I bought like 6 of them. And I'm like, well, I'll never need any more if I buy these 6. Well, it just so happens I bought 2 more. So these 2 sets, not a lot to get excited about. I kind of went through these before I started shooting to kind of show you what's in them. But the 90 set, this is pretty much it. You got Dave Justice, Sandy Alomar, and John Olerud. So not really anything too exciting to get too excited about. Now this next one I did not have. This 85 Topps traded, and I don't have it, and there's just not a lot in the set, to say it nicely. The best cards, you have an Alvin Davis rookie card and a Vince Coleman rookie card. And, you know, that's just one of those years that, unfortunately, the Topps traded set just didn't have a lot in it. That's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. So I got that. Got another 88 Topps traded set. And as you guys know, I love that set because it has the Team USA guys in it. And also, I verified that the Robbie Alomar and Mark Grace are in there. So the Team USA set's there, the Alomar. So these are actually all complete. I verified that. Now this is what put it over the top for me. Okay. These, as you can see falling over, actually are the 87 Topps traded set and the 89 Topps traded set. And I was in a chat room a little while back, and somebody asked, how do you tell the difference between an 89 Topps and a traded? Here's your answer. If you can tell, they got lighter backs, they're more pink, as opposed to the cardboardish dark color. And the biggest clue is it has the T insignia on there. So I went through these, and the Griffey's not there. The Randy the Randy Johnson's not there. I went through the 87s, and the Greg Maddux isn't there. The Maddux isn't there, but the McGriff is there, so I guess that's something. Matt Williams wasn't there, but the reason I got those, these are great for sending through the mail. You know, the commons out of the set. I actually might be able to take some that I took out of my complete set and put them back in the set now, because I broke a couple sets open to get in there. So I'm going to show you what else is in this box, and I'm going to tell you what I paid. So let me just put all these back in, and I will skip forward. Alright, so the other 3 rows, what's in them? Well, long story short, they're your run-of-the-mill 80s and 90s junk wax. Well, this little section right here caught my eye, because these are 1987 Fleer. And I thought, well, what if the Bonds is in there? Well, it's not. But you got Sierra rookie, you got a Bonilla, Eckersley, you know, Bobby Witt, Ricky Henderson. Just, you know, some good, decent players. Burt Blyleven, Ted Simmons, you know, Hall of Famers, another Henderson, and so on and so forth. But I kept shuffling through them, and lo and behold, my favorite player was in there, Will Clark. So I put that in the top loader, and a Barry Larkin rookie. So those 2 were in that little stack right there. And I thought, well, that was a pretty nice little find. So I got those. These are just some 94 Donruss. There's some 99 Upper Deck. You know, just commons. There's some 92 Pinnacle shoved in upside down, apparently. I must have done that. This was another reason I bought the box. I've mentioned many times that I do a lot of autographing in person in the minor leagues. And these are 1994 Upper Deck minor league baseball. Now, I realize that these guys aren't playing still, but a lot of these guys show up as coaches. You know, they're pretty easy to get, you know, coaching-wise. And, you know, Brian Taylor, remember how big of a deal he was, guys, back in the 90s? The Yankees' #1 pick, got in a bar fight. But, again, nothing here. There's no Michael Jordans here. There's no Derek Jeters here or anything like that. But it's a nice, solid stack of about 200 to 300 94 Upper Deck minor league. So if you're trying to put that set together, definitely a nice stack to go through. These are some 93 Upper Decks, and guess what? No Derek Jeter. Biggest reason is these are 93 Upper Deck Series 1, and I believe Jeter showed up in Series 2. So this is a whole row of 93 Upper Decks. This was kind of interesting, and I might have most of these. I'm going to have to look. But this is a almost near complete set of 92 O-Pee-Chee Premier. And it's got some of the stars in there, Robin Yount. But I noticed the Barry Bonds was missing, like the Roger Clemens is missing, because I had the checklist here. And I thought, well, it's only 132 cards. I might actually have those if I look at my star collection, so to speak. So that might be another set that I complete. I just gotta find my alphabetized cards, you know, Clemens, Bonds, all those guys, and that should be pretty easy to put that set together. Finally, this row, just a bunch of 92 Fleer Ultra. Again, nothing special. There's a couple, you know, Hall of Famers in there. You know, Jeff Bagwell, stuff like that. John Smoltz. Some 93 Tops, no Derek Jeters or anything like that. Again, nothing special. You know, there's Jamie Arnold and Deshaun Warren's rookies, though. Whoop-de-doo. But no Derek Jeter or anything like that. Now, the back of this was kind of interesting because there were some random cards. And these aren't anything to get too excited over, but they are, you know, Hall of Famers, so what the heck, right? John Smoltz, Cecil Fielder, Barry Bonds, Will Clark again, randomly a Reggie Miller card, 2 Reggie Miller cards. Yeah, these aren't anything. There's another Barry Bonds insert from back in the 90s. Another second baseman's all-star card or something. There's a couple Galarraga, Fred McGriff, another Barry Bonds, Robbie Alomar, Henderson. You know, again, nothing special. So I kind of went through this box a little bit, and this is more or less the stack of Hall of Famers that I pulled out of the 3 rows, minus the ones I just showed you. Deion Sanders is a football Hall of Famer, so technically that's a Hall of Famer. But we got, you know, the Griffey, Lee Smith, Ryan Sandberg, a couple of the 93 Upper Deck inserts, Boggs, Larkin, you know, Ivan Rodriguez, Gwynn, there's Chipper Jones, Dawson, Murray. You know, I'm not going to show them all to you, but you get the idea. Nolan Ryan checklist. Molitor, there's a Nolan Ryan. I didn't penny sleeve them all. I kind of ran out of sleeves. I'm like, that's enough. Ozzie Smith. Another Griffey. You know, so there's a couple BGOs. So, in closing with this, and I'm going to move on to the next box here in a second, I paid, these are nothing, I paid $15 for the whole box. Originally he was asking 20, and he said, nah, I'll knock $5 off that box in the next box I'm going to show you. So, you know, I felt these 4 sets, you know, alone, those were $3 each. You know, not to mention the partial 89 and 87s. You know, I thought that was a pretty good deal all around. So, $15, not a bad grab in my opinion. All right, so moving on to the next pile. So this is what drove the deal, I guess you would call it. This next box is only a 2-row box, okay? And I found it sitting on the shelf just like this, and I went through it, kind of thumbing through it, and they had $25 on it. I'm like, $25, that's a little much. So I was able to talk them down to 20, and what these are 1970s football, and I kind of put them, no I didn't, never mind. And as you can see, 1970s to 80s football. And here is the kicker, guys. I went through, and this, right here, are all Hall of Famers. This whole stack is Hall of Fame players. So just really quick, Larry Zonka. I'm just going to flip through these and show you some of the names. These are not, you know, the Terry Bradshaws or anything like that. But these are Hall of Famers, none the least. And for $20, I mean, this roughly comes out to like 20, a dime or less per card. And it's just chock full of all these Hall of Fame players. That's not a Hall of Famer. But, I mean, this is just crazy. Joe Green, Franco Harris, Earl Campbell, another Franco Harris, another Franco Harris, O.J. Simpson, another Franco Harris. So, you know, I grabbed this and I'm like, I'm going to take this whole box if he's going to, you know, sell it to me for $20. So, very happy to get this. I picked these up and I'm just going to randomly grab some cards out of here. And there's just tons of cards here. And some of these guys are deceased, so I won't be able to get them. There's Hunter, Fred Dreyer. But tons of 70s and 80s football. Some nice guys that I'm going to probably send through the mail. So, in closing, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm not going to go through every card in this box because this video would be like 50 minutes long. But you guys kind of get the idea. This was a heck of a steal for nearly 2,000 70s and 80s football. And I say 80s as in like 1980. Not like junk wax era 80s, but 1980 and down in this box. And for 20 bucks, I'm going to have a heck of a time going through these, putting them by player, and seeing who signs through the mail. I hope you guys join me for future Through the Mail Thursday videos, because you're going to be seeing a lot of these in those videos. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of my card shop pickups. I look forward to your comments below. Thanks.